Hello everyone, this is our class 2nd of chapter 8, that is quadrilaterals. So let's get start about this class. This class is very important because the midpoint theorem that is just going to discuss in this class is very useful in our this chapter, also in our upcoming chapter. So let's get start. The main topic is midpoint theorem. There are two theorems that are related to it, is that the midpoint theorem and the converse of the midpoint theorem. So the theorem tells us that the line segment joining the midpoints of two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side. What we have learned? We have learned that the line segment joining the midpoints of the two sides of a triangle parallel to the third side. So what is actually means that if we are making a triangle, that is this, so it tells us if a line segment means a line that joins the midpoint of both the sides, means if we are taking a triangle ABC and D and E are the midpoints of both the sides, then this DE line segment is actually a parallel to the BC, and what, it's parallel also, and it's become half of it, means half of BC is equals to DE. What tell us? The main theorem that means a lot is that in a midpoint theorem, if we join the midpoints of both the sides of a triangle, then that line segment is parallel to the which? To the third side. Now, second one is the converse of the midpoint theorem. Converse of the matlab just opposite of that theorem is that, first the theorem is the line drawn through the midpoint of one side of a triangle parallel to the other side bisect the third side. Here it is given that if their triangle is made, that is ABC, a line drawn through the midpoint of one side, let's take this line is drawn from a midpoint, that is D, is drawn to one side of a triangle parallel to the other side. It is given that it is parallel to this side, means D is parallel to the BC and D is a midpoint of AB. So the converse of the midpoint tells us that the E point is also bisect the AC. So what we have understand, that the E point is also bisect the AC as well as some midpoint also. So here we have completed our topic that is most important, is that midpoint theorem. So what we have learned? We have learned that the line segment joining the midpoints of the both sides is parallel to the third side, also half of it. And the second converse of the midpoint theorem tells us that if a line drawn from the midpoint of one side and that is parallel to the third side is also bisect the second side. So our topic is fully completed. Now there is our third class, that is a summary class that we met in our next class. So here our chapter full detailed theoretical is now completed with proofs. Our next is our third class, that is a summary class, in which we are going to revise the whole chapter. So thank you so much for this class. Thank you.